Are we good? Okay. Give it a minute to find it. All right, there we go. Thanks, buddy. That looks great. All right. No longer staying tuned. Time to rock and roll, buddy. So we're gonna. You want to tell everybody hello? Turn the camera and tell yourself hello, because you look handsome today. It's haircut day on Wednesday. Hey everybody, I am Sarah, and I started the day out not knowing what I wanted for dinner, so I sold out a family pack of organic ground beef, which had 3 little packs, and I decided I was going to make 3 different things today. So I took a few minutes of prep work and threw some ground beef with some broth, some potatoes, sweet potatoes, a mixed veggie blend, and a little bit of spinach with some seasonings, and put it into the quick cooker. And I have that going. It's getting ready. It's working on coming up to pressure. And I have it on the soup and stock setting, all right? So then, we've got some broccoli in here. So I'm going to put this in. And I'm going to do 7 minutes on there. That's in our Micro Cooker Plus. I love our Micro Cooker Plus because it does rice, potatoes, soups, ramen, steamed veggies. All I did was put the frozen veggies in, or you can do fresh. It's the same thing. Isaac and I are going to have a little contest of mixing and chopping. He has one of the old limited edition ones we have, and I have our normal one. So we're going to break up our ground beef while we're cooking. I'm making some taco meat here, and I'm doing some Italian style meat here to put with some. I'm trying some of this gluten-free pasta. It's corn and quinoa. So it is not my favorite with the chickpea pasta, but I'm trying it. And I'm going to get this seasoned a little bit. So I'm going to use our Italian seasonings. Remember, all of our seasonings are gluten-free, which I do love. And, all right, let's not make quite that much noise there, buddy. And I like it just to have a little bit of spice, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of crushed red pepper on it. And I'm going to mixy. All right. So, we have our stainless 10-inch and 12-inch skillets, which are the stainless non-stick. You can see the little hexagon pattern in there. That helps it to still get that nice sear on like you do with normal stainless, but yet it's non-stick, so it's not a pain to clean up. It's easy to clean. All of our new cookware is dishwasher safe. It is oven safe. It is dishwasher safe, oven safe. You can use metal on it. It will mar it a little bit. Same with the dishwasher. Will discolor it like it does any metal pieces eventually, but it does not ruin it. They have that lifetime guarantee from Pampered Chef, which is fabulous. And then I have water boiling for that in one of our not new versions of our cookware. So, here, hold on a minute. Oh yeah, you did a great job here, buddy. And we know how much we hate to have those big chunks of meat and it being all uneven. So that's why we all love the mix and chop, but it's not just for doing ground beef and ground meat. You can do guacamole and mashed potatoes. It'll be a little chunkier. anything like that, easy peasy. So, but I just wanted to do a couple different quick options, make sure we have some vegetables I'm going to do. Let them pick between probably an orange cup or some applesauce to go with as another side. I was going to make beans, but I didn't have black beans or refried beans. So I didn't want to go with pinto beans because that's what part of what I use for my chili. And then next thing you know is I'm running low on pinto beans. So I don't like how much is in there. I would like to add a little bit more garlic. And I'm going to do some of our 3 onion rub. I'm actually going to do it this way so I get some of the bigger flakes. And if I can find our garlic rub or garlic and herb rub, I will do that. I might or might not have quite a few different options for seasonings in my cabinet. So it's kind of funny. All right, and it looks like I need to buy. I always forget which ones, then I get the wrong ones. Ooh, good garlic. I think I just run out of it. All right, go ahead and keep mixing. Good job, buddy. He deserves a shout out. He was up until 2 a.m. yesterday for his band competition and was up by 11 this morning. He was not ready to move. So, for him to be doing this as well as he is, we should really give him a round of applause. Let's everybody tell Isaac thank you. Because he is a teenager, and we know teenagers really like their sleep. Even though he's not a small boy anymore. Alright, so this ground beef's all the way done. Let me make sure I turn off the right burner. And then we'll wait patiently for our delicious water to be poured for our pasta. Then we're going to try this bread. And let me get the strainer out so that way we can strain super easy. Alright. So, I am going to want to drain off some of this fat in the meat. Maybe not, actually. Looks almost perfect. Oh, yes, this is beautiful. So, I have a little more than a pound, so I'm actually made sure to get a gluten-free taco mix because there are some seasonings that do add gluten as fillers, and we want to make sure we don't have that. At least for us. You know what? We'll do 2. It'll be very taco-y. I like it a little stronger in flavor. I had used part of that one for something else. Let's see. There we go. Mix. And I'll throw the lid on this once I get it all mixed. Oh, look at how beautiful it is. And sometimes we like to use our Southwestern seasoning for this as well. Like I think I use my pantry seasonings pretty frequently around here. Pretty much at least once a day. Oh, it's beautiful. Nope, I don't think we need any more, buddy. You're just going to drink the water out of the Easy Read measuring cup. Beast mode, buddy. Alright, so I'm going to put the lid on this and just let this finish up. Did you spill it on yourself? That's okay. Alright. So, we're ready to add this in and we'll set my timer. These are big elbows. Alright, so, should probably make sure. Okay. I always cook gluten-free pasta on the lower end. I normally like the chickpea pasta. I think it holds its texture way better and it doesn't fall apart because for those of you guys who don't know, I actually had a server yesterday. We went to IHOP, which now has gluten-friendly stuff. And, you know, she didn't know what it was, which I appreciate that she asked. She goes, well, what is it? I think some people don't understand what it is. Gluten is actually in wheat and several other grains. And what it does is it helps to keep the texture. And as it develops, that's what gives, like, donuts and bread and stuff, it holds it together and it gives it that soft, almost like stretchy texture. So that's why things with like gluten-free pizza and any of that type of stuff, it falls apart because you're not having that gluten in there develop. So that's why sometimes they add fillers and other stuff to make it better. So I like to use beans and stuff just because then you're at least having more protein and fiber, and it's a good substitute, and it's very, for me, it's very similar in texture, enough for me, and I prefer having something that has a little more nutritional bang for the buck. So as we know, there's a lot of people who can't do gluten because they have celiac. That's fine. I didn't want to drop it on your feet. They can't do it because they have celiac disease or they have an actual wheat allergy, and that's something that they have to avoid. Many of us, though, just have where we have an intolerance to where it bothers us and gives us symptoms, and that's why we don't do it. So those are like the little bit of differences that you have. But anyway, so let me check and make sure this is done because I had 2 bags in here, so sometimes it needs to cook a little bit longer. All right, let's see. One of Isaac's favorite veggies, broccoli. All right, it does look beautiful. It's all the way done. I'm gonna leave this on here so it can stay warm. We've got 22 minutes left on the soup. I have less than 4 minutes left on that, so we'll wait a minute or 2 for that. And then, Isaac, do we have anybody watching right now? Who's watching? Do you know? And you're like, no.
Susie DeMay.
All right. So does anybody have any questions?
I've been on and off, but I don't have any questions.
Oh, I'm glad you don't have any questions.
I comment.
Oh, good. And Isaac didn't relate. See, David shares the comments a little better than Isaac does. All right. Perfect. All right. So we have some special pricing that I have posted on both my business page and my VIP group, where we have some of our Disney Pixar products that are on special pricing. Our meal starters have special pricing right now, and then we have some holiday bundles that have their own holiday packaging that are going to have their own pricing, special pricing for that. So watch out for that. Plus, we do have our Enrichables that are available as well. And actually, I think I'm going to pop some into the pasta dish for today, and I should have put it in my soup. So, let me get in here and grab it. So, these are our new Enrichables. You can actually, this is our little starter set that gives you both. Yes, Isaac, you have a question, or is there a question? Oh, yes, we'll share.
Susie DeMay asked, any kids stuff on special?
Yeah, the Disney Pixar, I mean, it's not in the kids set. But the kids sets are not. It's just some of the newer baking stuff. So that's a great question. I'll make sure I share all of them. All right, so we've got kale and fiber and pea protein. They're all non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, and I was like trying to think of the other stuff. But they're also flavorless, okay? So we can very easily, I'm actually gonna do one of each. So they're great for smoothies, to put in sauces, to put in soups, anything like that, because so often so many of us Americans are not getting enough of our fiber. We're not getting enough, and they use kale because it's a dark leafy green, and we're not getting enough of those, which add a lot of different nutrients and phytonutrients, and protein we're just not getting enough as well. So this way we can add it in, we can sneak it in for especially picky eaters to help keep their bodies way healthier, and you can do a subscription where you can set it up to come monthly, and you can edit it at any time, skip it, anything like that. So if you want to do something like that, let me know. It's super easy to do, and I'm glad to help you with it. And we will totally get you set up. All right, so all right, less than a minute left on that. I'm just mixing it up so that way it kind of doesn't stick all together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it all in my pan. I'm going to just use some pasta sauce. I like to just get a splash of water out and shake it. So that way it doesn't, I get as much as I need to out. And hopefully this is enough. And then I had one friend that put it in mashed potatoes as well. So, all right. So we got that. This is almost ready. I'm going to turn this back on to start this warming. Okay. I think I'm going to need another little bit of sauce. Because I like it a little thicker. Alright, let me turn my timer off. Turn my pan off. And make sure I get the right one. Alright, and I'll add some more here in just a second. Alright, so pull this over and not tip over the dog. You always want to give it just a second to finish draining. And I'm going to grab myself a little bit more. There we go. That should be enough. All right. There we go. Beautiful. So now we have some added fiber and protein in here and some greens, and you can't even tell. Looks like a normal pasta sauce. So sneak that in any way you can. Help give yourself the advantage. And enjoy it. Oh, these are nice. I like the smaller elbows better. And I was too lazy to dirty another pan, and since I was using that pan for the bigger one, I normally would use the bigger one for this. And I want just a little more sauce. I like mine a little saucy. All right. So if nobody has any questions, I'm going to let you go so you guys can finish getting ready for your week. Some of these are going to actually be some great lunches, or we'll freeze them up for dinner. I'm going to let everybody choose how they want to make up their dinner tonight, and then the leftovers will go in for later in the week or just in the freezer for when I'm in a pinch. All right, everyone. Ooh, beautiful. All right. So have a great Sunday, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.